Welcome back. My name is Kura and this is Smart Money. In studio today, I have, as always, Warren Ingram, and we are discussing the road sometimes traveled with tears, blood, sweat, sometimes joy on entrepreneurship. Joining our discussion is a man who's walked the road, talked the talk, even written a book. Gil Oved from the Creative Council. Welcome to you, sir.
Good to see you.
Can I just get some fashion tips, bro? You've got the layers going on, you've got the textures.
Yeah.
Now I'm just Woolworths, bruh.
No, yeah, you're wearing that Woolies well. I'm liking it.
I'm upgrading to Woolies. I'm actually Mr. Price, but let's forget about that.
We're talking about share price or clothing, yeah.
You are, can I say, the South African dream. You and Ron, you started a business. Two young oaks decided to make a go, and you've done a transaction, a lot of publicity around it, with a very nice price tag, 1 billion rand. Yeah? Rumored, purported.
Unconfirmed.
Reported, okay? I'm sure you get a lot of people saying, can you mentor me? How did you do it? Why did you do it? You perhaps get some requests inbox. Can you bless me? I'm not sure. But tell me the story. What made you decide to go from employment to starting your own shop?
Actually, for the record, the first time I've ever been employed and working for a boss is actually right now.
Okay.
Because I've always been an entrepreneur, and barring my teenage years where I was working as a TV presenter, I've never had a boss. Then again, I guess one could argue that I've had a lot of bosses. Those are all my clients.
Of course.
You've always got a boss, shareholders, clients, whatnot. But I think the decision to be an entrepreneur happened before I realized what the term entrepreneur actually means. I kind of always felt that I wanted to be a master of my destiny and to determine kind of my own fate. So I started doing that. Started a TV production company. I had a passion for that, and that didn't work out. So I tried something else. But the point is, at some point, I'll look back and say, okay, so that thing that I've been doing all this time, that's called entrepreneurship. Okay, I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. So that's how it actually happened.
So it's a personality thing versus a choice thing. It can be situational, it can be personality driven.
I mean, I think very often the best entrepreneurs have no choice, and it's not from circumstances, it's personality. I mean, they can't take instruction. They can't be told what to do all day long by someone else. Very often, they are going to be the smartest person in the room. They know how to do this better than anybody else, and they've just got to go out and do it.
It's funny because what Warren's saying is very similar to, like, lots of people come to me and they say, like, when do I know if I should go into entrepreneurship? When do I know if I'm ready for it? I'm scared to leave the corporate. And I say to them exactly this. It's like, you're going to get to that point where you actually feel you have no choice. You literally cannot do anything but be an entrepreneur, and that's when you'll know. And sometimes I'll come to you and it happened.
Sure.
It happened.
You know, I find in anybody's life story, people look at where you are now and they project onto you. You've always been successful. Oh, you've had contacts. Oh, it was easy. Oh, you were lucky. Nobody goes back and traces the genesis to say Facebook was, you've seen the Mark Zuckerberg movie, you know, it was a circumstance. He was at varsity and he decided to do something. Bill Gates and Microsoft, two guys in a garage. You know, how do you marry the myth of the success at the end with the very real nugget and the hard story of its hard graft starting up from zero?
Look, there's a couple of points there. The first thing is that you use Mark Zuckerberg. Let's understand. He didn't have a vision for what Facebook is right now. He just wanted to meet girls in varsity.
And rate them.
And rate them. And that's how it started. And I think that's very important because you see the Facebook now at the end of this journey, and you're like, well, I'm so far from that. I don't understand. I had a vision for it. He didn't. And neither did we, by the way. I couldn't even imagine vaguely resembling the business that it became. I just knew that I wanted to do something. I wanted to be successful, whatever that may be, and things become of themselves. And I think that's an important point, is that you got to take steps. And the first step is to do. You got to just do. And it doesn't matter what it is, and very good chance that whatever it is that you start doing will be very different from what you end up doing. And that's also fine. But talking about it and talking about, I have an idea, lots of people have ideas. That doesn't impress anyone. Okay? You have to just start executing. And you have to accept that jobs Gates, you name it. Successful entrepreneurs all over. They start here. No one ever starts as the CEO of this big multinational.
Sure.
And I think failure is part of that journey always. I mean, I think it's so interesting to talk to you people who are back in the corporate world unhappy because they tried one business, they tried one idea, and it didn't work out, or it didn't work out fast enough. And then they throw in the towel and move back. And they live with this life of regret. I mean, your story, my story, everybody's story that started a business, you can't just start with, the first thing we did was just a brilliant success. It's going to involve a lot of failure along the way. And those are probably the best lessons that you're going to learn to get you to where you want to go.
And, I mean, we fail all the time, by the way. You don't get to a point where you're like, oh, okay, cool, well, I'm hereby successful and therefore constantly succeeding. I think one of the challenges and tricks of being a good entrepreneur is accepting that you're going to fail a lot, consistently, but you need to try and mitigate the failures and really boost the successes. But have no doubt that, those graphs with like a line.
Sure.
Okay, that's just a financial graph. That's
sure.
That's not reality.
Warren and his mates actually not allowed to sell those smooth things anymore.
I like those graphs.
Yeah, especially if they're exponential. But they've got lots of ups and downs consistently. Promise you, this week I had a whole lot of failures. And I had one actually really big success, by the way. Like, I've had a good week. But next week is another story. And you just have to learn to roll with the punches and accept that tomorrow's another day.
Sure. I would entreat you to go and get some coffee at this stage. But because where we're taking this conversation next, you need Red Bull. Come back because we're going to be I'm in with the author of the book. I'm in. We'll see you just now.